Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to Inspiration for Cards. My name is David and today I'm going to be making a card for you. And I'm going to be playing with some fun Lavinia new stuff. New for me, it's been introduced a while ago, but I did not have time to play with it before, but I will today. So it's a fun day. I love Lavinia. So let's switch the cameras very quickly so we can have a look at what we're playing with. Now, the star of the show is going to be these new acrylic sprays from Lavinia. I haven't touched them yet, and I've also got the mica sprays. Now, these are fun. When you look at them, when you get them, you think, oh, how weird, this is not going to be pink, but then you put the water in, and it turns color. Magical. So I think it's suiting for Lavinia because Lavinia has a very magical feel. So I've got lots of sprays. I've just picked some colors, but I might pick some other colors as well. I've got lots of different stamps. This is the main stamp, and I'm going to use lots of different ones to add to it. I'm not sure yet. It'll come to me when I'm working with it. So I'm just going to put these to the side. I've got my big tub of Lavinia stamps here as well. So if I need any more, I can just grab them. So I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to put this one to the side. And then here I've got my card base, my black matte layer, and a card panel. So I've got my splatter box here. Then I'm going to put some paper in just to make it easier to clean up my mess. And it looks nicer for you guys as well. Ooh, I'm on my last pieces here. Okay, I am so excited about this. I cannot tell you. Right, so I've got my paints here to the side, and I'm just going to start with a bit of teal. This is the acrylic sprays. Like that. I want some. This is the mica infused, but hey, why not mix it up? And some, I did the teal, and this is also acrylic spray. It's called Emerald Green. Just put that on there. And I've got here periwinkle, sorry. And I've got chartreuse, which is going to be at the bottom. And then I've got this mica spray, which is amber green. I'm going to take the Kingfisher. I'm going to give that a good shake, just to make sure that the mica is covered. And I'm just going to spray a bit more over this totally. So I think this should be fine for now. Add some water to get some movement. And I'm going to dry this. I love this movement that you get with the mica and the... So I think this is enough with the sprays. So I'm going to put my splatter box to the side. My mess. There, gone. And going to continue working on this. Now I'm going to put down my ink mat because I think that's easier when I'm inking up, playing with inks. It just makes it easier to work with. Then I've got this piece of paper here, and I'm just dabbing off the excess that's on the sides. I'm not sure you can pick up the shine. Look at that. You see that shine from that mica? Love it! I just want some splatters in the sky. So I'm just gonna see how this reacts with water. Oh, it does react. That's good. That's nice. It's giving it this very subtle See that? Very subtle effect. Just gonna dry this card a bit more because when I'm stamping on this, I want this to be dry, dry, dry. What I want to do next is create a bit of a moon. So I'm gonna take my let me see what I have. These are the moon circles from Lavinia, the masks. And I'm just going to take them all out to see what I have exactly. I haven't used them much. I have used them, but I want the smallest, this one. And then the matching is this one. Good, good, good. I'll put these back before I lose them. I know myself. What I want is just a tiny bit of a moon here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my circle one. Just cleaning off my fingers before I smudge everything. And I'm going to take a bit of Twilight and my stenciling brush. I'm just gonna tap off the excess. I'm just gonna flick that out, starting on the acetate, on the mask, just flicking that out, creating a darker halo around that moon mask. See, it's very light, but you can see it, but I'm going to make it a bit more obvious. But I rather build up the color than having too much in one go. Because it's easier to add color than it is to take it off, obviously. So we go. See, now we already have a nice, lighter moon, lightish moon. And what I'm going to do next, got some water somewhere. I'm going to take my smaller stencil, put that on there, take my white ink, picked fence this is, and let me see if I still have a take a brush, load that up, just very lightly, again coming in from the acetate, lighten up that inside area of that moon. Think, yes, beautiful. I like it. And then very lightly with my brush, I'm just softening that line. Now we've got a beautiful moon. And it's already got texture in it from the back, so I like that. Now with Twilight, coming back in with Twilight, I'm just gonna darken up my edge ever so slightly. If I look that way, there's my big screen, so I can actually see what you're seeing. And through the camera, sometimes you see a better play of the light and dark bits. So that's why I'm looking at my big screen there instead of looking at you, just to get an impression of what I'm doing. Oops. So I think this is my background nearly done. I'm gonna put Twilight to the side. Then I want to come in with, I'm just debating what color, Shady Lane, Rainforest, or Green Oasis. I think I'm going to do Green Oasis and see what that does first. I want to create a hill. First, let me get my stamp. Because I want to see where this is coming. I think this is beautiful. Like this. I just need a little hill down there. Now I've got these beautiful hill masks that I'm going to be using. I'm going to use these. Just a little hill. I'll do that approximately right here. And then I'm going to create a darker edge here. So I'm going to take my brush, ink that up, coming down from that acetate again, and I'm going to bring that down. Like that. Beautiful. See that? I'm going to do it one more time. Just to create a bit of a dimension. There we go. We've got beautiful hills. Now what I want to do is just very lightly soften this up. I don't want these hard lines on there. I just want them to be slightly softer. There we go. Just darkening up the edge of the first hill. There. Put that to the side. Now I'm going to dry this panel because I'm going to stamp on it. This one to the side as well. Just quickly going to dry it to make sure that all the ink that I've just put on there is dry. Because the drier your card is, the easier it is to stamp on it. However, I am going to use a stamp positioner because I don't want to ruin it at this stage. I love how this background turned out. I'm just going to see if I can just very lightly bring in. You see there's a hint of pink there. I just want to emphasize that a bit by going over that with my pigment ink. Love that. That pink with the blue also creates a bit of purple there. I just want this to go over the moon slightly. Like it's a cloud that's hanging there. Yeah, like that. Like that. Then I'm coming in with my blue. I'm using a lot of different colors, but I want the bright colors mainly now to come in. Just want to give this sky some dimension. Like so. I think that's it. I think that's it for now. Cool. Next, I'm coming in with my Misty and I'm going to place my card in my Misty. In my Misty, I've got my sticky grid. I'm just pushing that in the corner and placing my card down. Magnet on there. Then I'm going to get my stamp. Beautiful stamp this is. I'm just going to position that right here. like that. Pick it up. And then I'm going to use my Versavine Clair Nocturne. And really take my time to ink up this stamp because there's a lot of detail on this stamp. So yeah, you got to make sure you really take your time to ink that up. Now this is quite smooth cardstock, but there's still some sort of structure in it. It is a watercolor or mixed media cardstock, so it can withhold a lot of water or survive a lot of water. But yeah, there's a bit of structure, so I might have to stamp this several times. But I just want to make sure I ink it up really well. Just going to put my sprays to the side for a second. Don't need them now. Yeah, that gives me some space. And I'm going to make sure my Misty is ready. Everything is pushed in the corner. And I'm going to push this down. I'm going to take my Easy to Glide tool to give some even pressure. Just give that pressure and let that give that ink some time to sink into the card. And I will do that again, but it's already a beautiful, beautiful impression. Look at that. This stamp is so nice and delicate. Now I've got these hanging lamps and I've got the standing ones. I think I want to use these hanging lights anyway and stamp them out as well. Using my Versavine, no, not Versavine, Versavine Clair in Nocturne Black. I love this. Cool. Now I was just thinking about, do I want to put something on top? But I think this is going to be too much. Just let me have a look. I love this little guy. What's he called? Pan. I can put him right here. He's on the lookout. Yeah, this could be good. This was the other option. I think I like this. Yeah, I'm going to do her. Sorry, Pan. You're up for the next one. I'm going to do you for another one. But I do love her sitting there. So let's put her on. It's funny how you've got an idea in your head and then in the end it just turns out differently. Now she's completely silhouette black, so I might have to stamp her several times, which is no issue whatsoever. Oh, it's not bad at all. Oh, I love her there, sitting in front of the moon. This is great. Yeah, one more time and then she's ready. Okay, I'm going to take her out of the Misty now. Next, I'm coming in with Warm Forest. I'm just going to ink up my stamp. Bring in my messy ink thingy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp this around here. Just to give that some dimension, some life, some greenery around the bottom. Nothing fancy like that. It's not much, but it just frames it a bit, you see? Then I've got these little tiny stamps that I'm just gonna use to put around the bottom here. So I've got this little stamping block. just load that up with ink. I'm just gonna put that like so. Second generation. On here. So next I've got these. I think these are fun to frame from the top. Just make it look like, yeah, it's under a tree. Maybe I can use, I think that could be fun, some, to make it more magical. I'm going to see what this looks like. If it's not nice, I can always go over it with another color. I think this could be fun, just to add to that magical look. The magical forest. It's turning out quite dark, but that's fine with me. The second generation. You see how this frames, creates sort of a see-through scene. Also because it's coming over the moon. I like that. Last one. There we go. And I like that pinkish tone in it. Now for my last bit of stamping, I want these little rabbits to go here at the bottom. So just inking them up. And stamping them there, him there. There, that's all my stamping done for now. I did not have a plan at first. I just wanted to play with the new sprays, and it always comes. The inspiration with the Lavinia stamps, it always comes. It's really yeah. It's interesting because with the Lavinia stamps, I've never really had a fail, which with some other stamps, I did. And in the end, that's not a bad thing because that's how we learn. Because now I want to do some highlighting and coloring because the mushroom really needs to have a bit more dimension. So now I can use my normal pencils, but I want to try some watercolor pencils. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to color in this lantern, then pull that out a bit, see if it works. So I want this light to come out. And then I'm going to take my little brush, dip it in some water, see if we can make this work. I think we will. Look at that. There we go. These are nicely highlighted. Now I want these windows to be yellow as well. I'm going to try to give them a bit white first. Mix that with the yellow. Yeah, that works. That works. Next, I'm coming in with my red color, sort of a pinkish red. I'm just gonna color in all these spots, the big ones, on my mushroom. So with my water brush now, I'm just activating that pigment. Just want to give this stem a bit of dimension, so that's why I'm also coming in with my yellow there to, yeah, just make it pop a bit more. Just coming in with my light blue here to highlight this magic mushroom. Just flow a bit more. Using that same blue on these, how do you call that? I don't know how to call these little thingies that are under the mushroom. Just blend those out. By blending these out with the water, these are watercolor pencils from Caran d'Ache. It makes it softer, gives it just that hint of color. I'm going to bring back that yellow here. Now these flowers, I'm going to color pink. Just coloring in these little things here. There we go. Then I'm going to come in with my gray pencil and I'm going to color in these stones, the rocks at the bottom. At least that's what I think they are. So I'm going to color them gray. Just to also to ground this pedestal a bit. There's one pinky flower that I've missed. There we go. And soften this up, mix it out a bit. And you can see it's turning a softer gray just by wetting it, because in the end it's a watercolor pencil. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my black pencil and I'm just very lightly going to ground the rabbits. And ground the mushroom. Okay, gonna come in with my water brush. Just activate that pigment. Ever so slightly. It's just grounding them and giving them some shadow. Now there's a lot of pens in here. I've got pastel colors, I've got metallic colors, I've got neon, and I've got glitter. Yay! So I'm gonna come in with my pink glitter. And I'm gonna start by going around my flowers here. Nothing perfect, but I just want to give them a hint of that glitter. I love glitter. I'm not sure the camera picks up. There you go. You see? Just bringing in some glitter there. Now I just want to test this piece out. The silver one, to see how bright silver it is. It's quite pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use that to highlight her. Because she's got the moonlight coming from behind. Just ever so slightly. And I'm also going to use that to highlight my mushroom. That's nice. Now coming back in with my pinkish glitter gel pen, I'm just going to color in these berries of the stem. Now using the purple one, the purple version, I'm just gonna create some scribbly lines following these, when it's working, yeah, following these hanging foliages. Like that. Now using my Posca pen, I'm just gonna give this hanging wire a very thin highlight. And I'm gonna do the same with this one. Just very thin, don't give it a lot of pressure. Just some dots. And I also want, because it's sort of a magical, mysterious feel, I want to have some pink dots just around this. And some purple ones. Just to create, yeah, sort of magic fairy dust idea floating under the mushroom. Now, last but not least, I'm coming in with my Skittles. Just very lightly to drag very thin lines coming down, creating that magic forest surrounding her. Look at that. Love it. Love it. And I love how this light comes from behind the mushroom. Now these stickles glitter still has to dry for a bit, but I'm gonna assemble the card. And of course you let it dry first. Just popping that card on there and making it straight. Making sure there's an even black border around it. Okay, I'm loving it on this black matte layer. Now I'm going to put some glue on the back again. And here we have it, the final result. I love how this turned out. Look at the shine and dimension. It's a very pretty card. Yeah, I love this stamp as well, the big mushroom. Yeah, I love how this turned out. It's really magical again, and that's what I love about the Lavinia cards. So let me switch cameras. There we go. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel. That would really make my day. And yeah, that was it for today. Thank you for watching this one, and I would love to see you for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.